I see in my experiences, the constitutional rights don't always exactly play out the same way in theory and in reality. What do you think about that?
Well, for sure, absolutely. I mean, people really have they think they understand, but they really don't. Like, you can see that day to day, and people's general interactions with law or law enforcement is probably roadside when they get a traffic stop. And how many times do people want to argue with the police officer and tell them I wasn't speeding, or I didn't, blow through that stop sign, or, the light was really yellow when it was red. You're not going to win that argument. I've told people this. I say you can't win your argument. I've watched so many videos of interactions, with people arguing with police officers, and say that you just weren't going to win your case there. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, people believe that they can win their case on the side of the road. And what you're doing basically is you're antagonizing the police officer. And my general rule of thumb is you need to be respectful, polite, and cooperative. And then, let the chips fall where they will, and get yourself a good lawyer to fight the case for you.
Yeah, yeah. And I can tell you from experience, one of the things that I used to love the most when we would do a traffic stop or any real interaction was the street side attorney. All of a sudden, this person is now an expert in their constitutional rights, and they're an expert in municipal law. They're an expert in the rules and regs of the city and the state, and so on and so forth. And they try to debate this with you. And you're like, look, I am not the person
Right.
to debate this with. If you want to debate this, you go to court.